And that's when movement went wild.
Everyone mirrors you.
She's been affirming, I am an obsession. And what did he say to her on the third date?
He ended up basically begging for me to come over.
If you have a story about a law of attraction success, or about miracles, divine interventions, or happy glitches in the matrix, send it to me via email or on Instagram. The contact info is on the screen.
So I have this client success story. She's gone on 3 dates with this guy, and she's been affirming, I am an obsession. I am a total obsession. I'm a total catch. I am the dream. I'm an obsession. And what did he say to her on the third date? I am totally obsessed with you. So what took place was they were out to dinner. They were laughing. She was telling this hilarious story. He was laughing and he goes, oh my God, I am so obsessed with you. How cute is that? Your affirmations are powerful. What you say to yourself and how you see and perceive yourself is reflected in your reality. So comment below, what do you want to affirm? What do you want someone to say to you? Affirm that.
This is a harsh truth of why your ex broke up with you, and it's because of you. Either you didn't do the work or you manifested and stayed too long with the wrong person. It always is you, because you are all that there is. It is you. Everyone mirrors you. Everyone is a reflection of how you are being. Yes, you can manifest your ex back or whoever like that. I've seen it done so many times. I have this one client. She's amazing. We're still working together on it. Her and her ex, and that's not even an ex. I don't even know what you would call them, but they will break up on and on. They have the worst, sometimes the worst situation, and it always works out because she does the right things. But the key here that she would need to work on is changing, doing the work, changing the inner work. You need to change and learn how to change the inner work.
I have an SP manifestation success story to share from one of my clients, and some of the advice that she gives is super powerful. I am in awe of this client. I'm so proud of her, and I can't wait to share what she's written with you guys. Before I go into what she sent, I want to give a little bit of backstory. When this client came to me for one-on-one coaching, she was a little bit frustrated, feeling like she was doing everything right, but still not seeing the progression in the 3D that she wanted. So we used my method. I teach my method in my one-on-ones, but I also teach it in the course to help you uncover your limiting beliefs. And what we sort of uncovered was her story was almost around like being afraid of her full potential and her full power, knowing that she has unlimited options, infinite options, but having a little blockage around like simply deciding. So some of the homework I gave her was to focus on standing in her decisiveness power and really getting comfortable in that energy of deciding. So let's get into what she says. So she starts off, first, I wanted to reference one of your TikToks where you gave the anecdote of clients trying hypnosis and saying hypnosis doesn't work. And then within a couple months, they quit smoking or they lost the weight or they reached their money goals. But since they didn't get immediate results, they don't necessarily equate it to the hypnosis session. This was 100% my experience. I didn't necessarily have immediate results, but I fully believe that the session we did completely changed my subconscious rewiring by confirming to me that I no longer have any limiting beliefs around love, and I no longer need to shrink myself back into a limited state because I am infinite. Like going to the gym, it took some time, repetition, and having to actually experience and respond differently to circumstances for me to see a change. I also believe that it takes some time to get used to a new reality after being in the old one for so long. So the 3D needed to play out and give me some opportunities to truly choose my infinite potential and detach from all the lingering limiting beliefs that came up after our session. Something that came up for me, which was somewhat surprising, was this thought about third parties, which I hadn't necessarily experienced in a tangible, like SP actually telling me or me seeing, knowing about a third party. But there were some combos that SP and I had where my mind and body really wanted to go to that place where I was not putting myself as the only object of his attention. After a couple mental battles and circumstances happened, I truly made the decision that I am the only object of attention, and there is nothing and nobody and no circumstance that takes my SP's attention away from me more. To do this, I literally just decided that my days revolved around me and what I want to do, like starting my art website, creating art, going to work, working out, keeping my house clean and organized for me, cooking for me, spending money on me. I just embodied that nothing can take my attention off of me, which was truly healing my self-abandonment wound where I have displaced my attention on SP or others. I honestly just had this knowing that the more I did this, the more attracted to me he would be. The best part of all of this is tangibly holding my own energy and knowing that it's not going to anyone or anything else. Like I truly regained my power and security in my decisions and just let go of trying to change anything or see a result in the 3D. Operating in the power of just knowing it's me. I am the object of the universe's love. I pursue myself. The universe pursues me and literally bends over backwards to give me my desired reality. I honestly just decided that I am here now, and everything else happening around me was just residual debris of the old. I just decided that our whole story is so much better worked out by the universe than by my trying or working hard. It's all being figured out for me. Last night was honestly the biggest movement I have experienced, and it's not even super extravagant, but I decided to text my SP something funny because play is my most authentic way of communicating, and I realized through this process that I have taken everything so seriously, and it's just not that serious because not even SP can take away from the internal stability that I have within myself. He ended up basically begging for me to come over, which was kind of like, I don't want to perpetuate a cycle of hookups, but I felt the energy had shifted and it was a really new feeling of him truly wanting and yearning for me. So I went. When I tell you this man acted like I was the only woman he has ever loved, when I came over, that would be an understatement. It was like a complete shift where he was genuinely in awe of my presence and in this state of extreme gratitude for the woman that I am. I just felt so comfortable, so right, and so secure. He just sat there encouraging me in how remarkable of a woman I am and how much he believes in me and always has, as I know so certainly that it's just physically impossible at this point for him to love any woman other than me. It was so evident the hold that I have on this man's heart, and I feel so fucking good knowing that it's simply because I have my own heart. So I'm not afraid or scared of losing him anymore because I will never leave myself. He will never give up on me because I will never give up on myself. This is honestly the sweetest energy I've ever been in. It is like the unfolding of our love story. It's so much more unspoken, normal, and trustworthy than I ever imagined. It's truly just riding the energy of knowing it only gets better and there's only a deeper connection to be felt as I continue to cultivate it within myself. It's also kind of crazy because we have been talking / in a situationship for a year now, and just because that wasn't my ideal state, as in a committed relationship, all of the ups and downs and frustrations on his side and mine have just continuously brought us back to each other in a deeper way. I have been using the 3D to my advantage to reflect and choose my desired reality even more than I have ever really given myself credit for, and it has resulted in deep trust within myself and within the relationship because we both know no matter what happens, we're always going to choose each other because we just love each other more than anyone else. But we need to go through all of those times of questioning to both realize that we both choose each other. Ultimately, I know I fucking deserve this relationship, the beauty, the depth, and it's because this entire time, this has just been a love story between me and myself. That line makes me cry. There's so much I can say about this, but the most important thing that she realized was that nothing in her 3D reality was going to change unless she changed. Some of the advice that she gives is truly, I can't even state it better myself. When she recognized that she needed to become her only object of attention, she needed to start making herself the center of her universe, everything else would reflect back. Not only did that help her build a stronger relationship with herself, but it reflected back in her external reality. So let this be encouragement and a reminder to focus on yourself. Hope you enjoyed this story. Let me know what you think in the comments.
When it comes to manifesting away a third party, it is literally as simple as manifesting anything else. The first thing you have to understand, though, is that you created these unfavorable circumstances. Your 4D, your thoughts, have no choice but to reflect in the 3D. So if you had this underlying belief that you weren't chosen, or you're not good enough for your SP, or this or that or whatever, you created those circumstances. That does not mean constantly blame yourself, but realizing your mistakes and what you can fix is the first step to getting rid of them. I have manifested away a third party multiple times, and all it took was not focusing on them. Sure, you can talk about how frustrating it is that they're there, but if you don't put any energy or time into them or their presence, they will eventually fade away because your subconscious mind is not hyper-focused on them. So your only job when manifesting away a third party is focusing and affirming that that person is in love with you and only you. Why would they be with somebody else if they want you? And this goes for anything. If you're talking about a job, if you're talking about money, why wouldn't I get this job opportunity? Like, this person is not more qualified than me. I'm qualified. I'm actually overqualified. That person actually doesn't deserve that job as much as I do. It sounds selfish, but I promise you're not taking away anybody's free will, and you get anything that you want. The law of assumption has no morals. Your thoughts have no choice but to manifest. A lot of people do think that you're taking away somebody's free will by getting rid of them or making them fall in love with you, but it's not. Manifestation has no free will. If you believe that nobody in your reality has free will, then they won't. I don't care how crazy it sounds, they don't. You just kind of have to have that higher up mentality. So keep telling yourself, I'm always chosen, I'm the person that this person wants, I'm the only person that this person wants, and keep affirming, keep persisting, because those circumstances do not matter. When I say do not focus on the third party, I mean do not focus on them. They are not an obstacle. Nothing is an obstacle. And if you keep affirming that that person only wants you, eventually they only want you. Keep working on your self-concept. Figure out what it is that created this unfavorable circumstance and manifest them away. You know, I always have to share my personal experiences. So I was in a relationship with this person, and there was another person. They were a mutual friend, and I was constantly worried that that person was going to take them away from me. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm so worried. What if she gets all of their attention? What if she likes her more than me? What if this? What if that? And guess what? They ended up dating. And I thought that my life was in shambles. But then I was like, you know what? I want them, so I'm going to get them. In less than a month, me and that person had a sleepover, and we were inseparable. I'm not with that person now, but that's just because, you know, things happen. But if I can do it, you can do it. And mind you, like I talked about in my last video about mental health, I was so severely depressed and I thought I was not worthy of anything. But guess what? I kept persisting. No matter how you feel, keep persisting. It's okay to break down. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be uncomfortable with the circumstances, but remember that your circumstances don't matter. Your circumstances do not define you. Time does not define you. There's nothing in the way. It was as simple as writing down, this person loves me and only me. There's not a third party in our relationship. There is nothing that will get in the way of their love for me. Let's just say that person and the third party ended up actually hating each other, and both of them were telling me that they just did not like each other. So, anybody can do it. It's really easy. It's as simple as manifesting anything else.
Here's my personal specific person manifestation success story. I wanted to manifest my specific person after he told me that he didn't want anything serious with me, and I felt incredibly hurt and rejected because we were in a friends with benefits situation and I never really experienced anything like that before. And I thought things were getting really serious, but lo and behold, at that moment, he just wanted to be friends, and I felt like my heart had crumbled. I was gonna do what everybody on TikTok does, which is just see him as a red flag, see him as a fuckboy, and walk away. But I was guided to the specific person manifestation community. And I saw it as an easy, quick fix way to make him give me everything I wanted, to make him change. And I'm a very dedicated person, so I went all in. I went gung-ho with the affirmations, saying my SP is in love with me all day like a freaking robot, binging so much content, you guys. Like, my YouTube search history at the time was like, how to get a text in 10 minutes. What subliminal should I listen to for him to call me? Like, all this crazy woo-woo stuff. I was trying to learn how to transmit your thoughts to your SP. You know, you guys have seen the viral videos. But after 3 months of doing that, little to no movement happened. I felt kind of trapped in an obsessive way of thinking, and I was honestly considering this whole community being a scam. I thought that the other coaches in the industry were lying. I thought people who had success stories were just making them up. I just was looking for every reason for it to not be possible for myself because I wasn't believing that it was. But not long after that, I had a very huge realization. I realized in that 3 months that I hadn't changed at all. I was just trying to change him. I was trying to get him to change his mind so that I could finally stop feeling ashamed and rejected. That's when I cut out the woo-woo and actually started rebuilding my relationship with myself. Getting to the roots of my triggers. Why was I feeling so ashamed? Why was I feeling so rejected by him not wanting me? What was the root cause of that, and why was I identifying with that? I went in on completely rebuilding my relationship with myself, just seeing my specific person as a preference, but my number one priority being me and my own personal relationship. I did deep unconscious work, healing, all kinds of stuff that allowed me to get to where I am now. Day by day, I prioritized this stuff, and that's when movement went wild. Literally, I couldn't, and still to this day, can barely get him to leave me alone. He started FaceTiming me every chance he got. He started inviting me to every family dinner and outing. He was asking me to come and do literally every errand with him, no matter how small it was, when previously he used to make every excuse as to why I couldn't come with him to do those things. All the third parties that were online that he would talk to were suddenly gone. And most importantly, he was treating me with the love and respect that I was giving myself. Everything changed when I started doing this process properly, actually caring and prioritizing my own internal stability. Since then, we're actually from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but we moved to Florida to be right by Disney World to fulfill my childhood dreams of being able to see the castle every day. And it's one of the best things I ever did, and it was such a deep healing journey that built my relationship with myself in ways I would have never probably done if this desire wasn't placed in my heart. And I love helping women do exactly the same thing that I help myself do.
Okay, so this gets me really, really happy. I'm so happy for you, babe. Good for you, because this is what this is about. So many of you who are new to this, and I can tell in your comments, and it's okay, you're not understanding. You're not understanding at all what you're doing. It has nothing to do with people outside of you. It's about you facing your limiting beliefs and reprogramming your mind so that you start receiving the love and the kind of relationship that you truly want and deserve for yourself, whether it's from someone you already know or from someone new. Either way, those people, whether they're new or someone specific, somebody you already know, an ex or somebody you've been dating, whatever, they will always reflect to you your beliefs about you in relation to them and how you see them and your beliefs and assumptions about relationships. So this is why it has nothing to do with them. So many people are writing comments like, why don't you just pick somebody better? Why don't you get somebody famous? Well, you're missing the fucking point. Maybe people don't want, I personally would not want to ever date a celebrity. It is not appealing to me at all. I don't want to be in the public eye like that. It just is not anything I desire at all. And when you understand, when you meet people and they show up the version in your reality based off how you see yourself, and if you're not seeing yourself favorably, and they're treating you not the best, or they won't commit, or they won't do X, Y, and Z, it's because of you and your beliefs. That is what this whole thing of law of assumption is. This is how powerful you truly are. So this is not about a quick fix. This is not about, I persist for a little bit and then nothing. So many people give up on themselves, which is why they don't get anything they want. Listen, when I started this business, I was in private practice before as a licensed mental health therapist, had my own business already. Decided I wanted to impact the world rather than just my local community, and had to decide, how did I want to show up? What did I want to teach people that will change their lives, different than what I was doing as a therapist? And the thing of it is that I never gave up on that desire. And it took me 8 months before I made any money in this online coaching business. But I never gave up. And here I am almost 3 years into the game, and I'm crushing it, and I'm living out my fucking dream, thanks to all of you. But I am already surpassed so many goals and expectations, and I'm not even done yet. I'm just starting. So you don't give up on your dream. You don't give up on your desire, because it has nothing to do with the specific person. It's only about you. You created that version of them to show up the way that they did. So start loving yourself by changing your self-concept. Start seeing them lovingly so that you can manifest a beautiful connection with whoever that you want. But I'm really happy for you. This is what it's about.
What do you think about today's success story? Give this video a like and write me a comment. I love hearing from you. Subscribe and press the black bell icon so you never miss an inspiring video. If you have a story about a law of attraction success, or about miracles, divine interventions, or happy glitches in the matrix, send it to me via email or on Instagram. The contact info is on the screen. Right now on the screen you also find a link to a playlist with all the success stories I posted so far. To retrain your subconscious mind to become a happy, optimistic, grateful person and a powerful manifester, watch these success stories every day. Make it a daily habit and notice the results in and around you. The Bible says, according to your faith be it unto you. So keep strengthening your confidence in your faith and in yourself. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.